prayer is something that has been on my mind. I know it should be on my mind all the time, but it's been on my mind a little bit more. And what you've been saying is quite important, because on Thursday, we have them Thursday service, and we had the service. There's not many of them come. A lot of them are poorly at the moment, and there were not many anyway. They went, and when we'd finished, they were going out for a cup of tea, and one lady hung back, and I could see on her face that she was in a lot of pain. You can see it if somebody's in real pain. You can see it, can't you? And she was in a lot of pain. But she come and she just hung back, and she doesn't normally. She's usually off, and she come to me and she said about this pain that she was in, and she said, I was going to ask for prayer, but I was too embarrassed. That has lain on my heart and on my mind. I thought, what am I doing? If people are embarrassed. So, sometimes it might seem a bit all above us. All people, I don't know how to word this, but, it might seem that some people know how to pray and I don't, or we don't. People seem to get all these things and it's not happening for us. People seem to be it seems so much higher. And it's not. It's not. And I was just thinking, it's been going around in my mind, I've mentioned it to the other elders, and if anybody's interested in learning a little bit more about prayer, we could do it together. And maybe one or two of us could get together about how to pray. Don't think, I've been coming to church for 50 years, I should know how to pray. Because it's not true. If you read Jesus, his disciples, they went to him and they said, Lord, teach us how to pray. And he didn't say to them, you've been going to that synagogue since you were born. You ought to know by now. He taught them what to pray. And it doesn't have to be all complicated or anything like that. So if anybody's interested, I've got a book there that I'll show it to you. That Mark got us to buy, the elders. It's a lot of nose now. This book here, it says, Lord, teach me to pray in 28 days. Mark asked us to get it once, obviously a long time ago when Mark was here, and the elders got it. It's a good book. We could have a look at it. If you're not interested, it's fine. I won't be offended. Don't tell me now. But if you anybody wants to have a quick word with me after the service and it's something you'd be interested in, we could pick a time and we could do it for a couple of weeks, for 10 weeks, forever, for just now and again, whatever. We could work it out, and maybe just 2 or 3 of us together. If you're interested, God is a God of miracles, and he knows what we want before we ask him. But he likes us to ask him. Sorry? You can. You can. Do you want to say it now? And I've got one other notice that I forgot to mention for next week as well. Don't let me forget that.
Just about people being real in prayer, as soon as Hilary said what she said, I had a flashback to... I went to Spring Harvest for the first time because of South Parade Baptist Church in Headingley in Leeds. And one year, probably the second year I went, we went with a wayfarer who was a church person at South Parade. The church housed him in a flat. But it was amazing spending a week at Spring Harvest with this wayfarer guy. And I have never heard people praying the way that he prayed, with fruity language and all the rest of it. But his heart was amazing. And spending a week with him, one of the highlights of his life, I think, was actually being in the choir at Spring Harvest. They say, we're going to have a choir. If you want to come along, come along. And the pride with which he sang was unbelievable. I got blessed. I got blessed as he prayed. I learned how to be real because of his prayers.
Thank you, Simon. You said it better than I could. That's what we're trying to say. They don't have to be long. Prayers don't have to be long, fancy language. They don't have to be all, they don't have to be like that. God just wants us to be real. I'm not going to do the prayer time right now. If you want prayer today, please don't go without. If you don't want to say it, catch one of us, catch somebody. I want prayer. I'm putting my hand up because my elbow's killing me. All right? So I put my hand down. It's this arm. It's all right. I can have it up. Apparently, there's 3 nerves down your arm, and I've damaged 2 of them. So I don't know how, but there we go. It wasn't hurt me when I got up. Then I did the exercises. Then I wanted to cry. So, but we're going to worship again now, and then John will bring the word, and at the end of that time we will have our prayers of intercession. So.